Pandora burns. And the question is simple. Can Avatar still make us feel wonder? Or has the fire finally turned to ash? When Avatar first arrived, it wasn't just a movie. It was an event, a cultural shockwave. Then, The Way of Water proved James Cameron wasn't done reminding us who owns spectacle. Now comes Avatar: Fire and Ash, the chapter that promises rage, loss, and a darker soul for Pandora. Does Avatar still have its aura, or is it surviving on legacy? Before we go in details, please subscribe us. Your support really matters. Fire and Ash doesn't try to repeat the serenity of forests or the poetry of oceans. Instead, it challenges it. Pandora here is angrier, volcanic, divided. Cameron reportedly leans hard into the idea that not all Na'vi are noble, and that choice alone reshapes the franchise. This isn't a fairy tale eco-parable anymore. It's a moral battlefield. Critics have praised this tonal shift, calling it the most emotionally confrontational Avatar film so far. Some even say it's Cameron's attempt to finally silence the long-standing criticism that Avatar is all visuals, little depth. Let's get this out of the way. Yes, it looks unreal. No studio, no director, no franchise touches Avatar when it comes to immersive world building. Fire sequences don't just burn, they breathe, they rage, they feel alive. Ash-covered landscapes contrast violently with the lush Pandora we once knew, visually mirroring the film's emotional decay. Even critics who remain cold toward the story agree on one thing. Avatar still sets the global benchmark for cinematic spectacle. Here's where opinions split. Fans deeply invested in Pandora are calling Fire and Ash the boldest chapter yet, applauding its political undertones, moral ambiguity, and the way it reframes the Na'vi as flawed beings rather than spiritual ideals. But some critics argue the emotional beats still feel familiar. Colonization, resistance, loss, revenge. Themes Cameron has explored before. The difference? This time, the film doesn't offer easy hope. Several reviewers describe it as the Empire Strikes Back of Avatar. Not because of plot parallels, but because of its willingness to leave the audience unsettled. Jake Sully is no longer discovering a world. He's defending one that's slipping through his fingers. Neytiri, according to early reactions, carries the emotional core of the film. Grief turning into fury, love turning into obsession. Fans are praising this shift, saying Fire and Ash finally gives Avatar characters edges, not just ideals. Critics? Mixed, but intrigued. Some feel Cameron still prioritizes scale over subtlety. Others argue this is the first Avatar film where characters drive the spectacle, not the other way around. Among fans, the reaction is intense. Longtime Avatar loyalists love the risk. They see this as Cameron burning the safety net, refusing to let the franchise stagnate. Casual viewers? Some feel the runtime and emotional heaviness make it less rewatchable than the original. But here's the key detail. People are talking, arguing, debating. And for a franchise once accused of having no cultural impact, that alone is a victory. Yes, but it's changed. The awe is no longer innocent. The beauty is no longer peaceful. The message is no longer comforting. Fire and Ash doesn't try to recreate the magic of 2009. It tries to challenge it. And that's why, whether you love it or resist it, this film proves one thing. Avatar is no longer just about a world we want to escape into. It's about a world reflecting what we're becoming. Avatar: Fire and Ash may not unify audiences the way the first film did, but it doesn't need to. It expands the myth, darkens the tone, and confirms that Cameron isn't chasing nostalgia, he's shaping a saga. The fire hasn't destroyed Avatar's aura, it's reforged it. And Pandora is far from finished.